Welcome to HopePulse with Masi Njoroge. When life happens as it does, then there is a lifting up. HopePulse with Masi Njoroge.
Welcome to HopePulse with Masi Njoroge. Our topic for today is personal repositioning. This topic is a continuation of our previous two topics, the kindling the original me, where we said we will not exist. We are going to live to our full potential so that we are able to fulfill the purpose of God. Then last episode, we discussed our past and we said past is the past. We are not going to carry anything from the past. The only thing we are carrying from our past is our good memories, those sweet experiences, and the lessons that we learned. And for us to be able to do that, we must now accept who we are right now, appreciate whom I am, the new me, and now I start repositioning myself so that I am able to live a productive life in the current state. For me to be able to effectively do that, I need to carry out a very genuine self-assessment. When I do self-assessment, I need to look at some very critical things. Where am I at right now? I'm a single mom. I am now a widow. Maybe I am suffering this condition. That is who I am. And I'm accepting myself that now is the new me. So in the current situation, what are my strengths? What skill sets do I have? What am I able to do? What resources do I have available for me? For example, I may be sick. Maybe I lost one of my legs. So now that is a weakness. I accept that now I may not run the way I used to run. But then I may be having a strength to sing. So now I have this weakness, but I have a strength. So that now when I start analyzing my life and repositioning myself, I know how to deal with my weaknesses, how to deal with my strengths, how I'm going to utilize those strengths and capture the opportunities that are there in life. So I carry out a very genuine self-assessment. I put down notes on my strengths, my weaknesses, available resources, the skill sets. I put them down, and now from there, once I'm done with that, there are a few things that you're supposed to do. Number one is I check, what do I need to quit? Because I'm now a new me, so I cannot continue doing the same thing. If I was just existing and I now want to live to my full potential, what is it that I need to let go? What is it that I need to quit? For example, if I was lost in self-pity, if I was down, in a victim mentality, I need to let go of that victim mentality. I need to quit self-pity. I need now to start, forcing myself, working on myself, pushing myself to be able to start confidently, because I am a strong person. I may have gone through an experience, but we said I am a very capable person. I must quit self-doubt. I must let go of all those negative positions, because we say it is just an experience. It is just a reset. So it does not define who I'm becoming. So I shed off that. I shed off every self-doubt. And I start now looking at the good things that I did before the incident. What was I doing? What did I do right? What are those victory points? Those are my strength points, because they are speaking to what I am able to do. So that when I'm looking at myself today, when I let go of that self-pity, self-doubt, and bad perception, I will be able to now start planning for my future from a positive point of view. Maybe I had formed some bad habits when I was trying to cope with my situation. So what is it that I'm doing? And I know this habit is not good. I may have done it for 1 year or 2 years since something happened to me, but it's now time to let go of it. Because if I have to live a better today, a better tomorrow, I have to start shedding off anything that does not add value to my life. Whom do I relate with? Are there people around me that I have to let go of? Who are my friends? Maybe when I was dealing with my pain, I got a group of people who don't believe in themselves. I got myself entangled with people who don't have any goals for their future. I have other people around me who are very good for a pity party. but they don't believe in me. They don't believe I am a great person. They don't push me to becoming what God wants me to become. It is time to let go of them so that now I am able to start positioning myself in the right position of strength. So shed off anything that is pulling you down to defeat, that is pushing you down to stagnation, so that now you start moving. Once I get rid of all what I need to quit, I put them down because I have to make sure I'm holding myself accountable. What is it that I said I need to quit? And I keep marking for myself every time. Then I check, what do I need to do differently? It is true, I am a strong person, I am a very capable person, but I am capable now differently, because if I was married, we were two. So there are things we used to do when you are two, but now when I am alone, there are things I need to do differently. So one of the things I need to check, how do I manage my time? If maybe I would go to work, then after work I would go to gym, I would go to meetings, and I would get to my house 10, 11. Now I am alone because the other partner would maybe be taking care of other things. Maybe I would go with my girlfriends, I would go with my boyfriends till late. Then I need to look at my time. How do I manage my time so that I'm able to cover up for that gap and be able to take care of my family? So probably I need to wake up slightly earlier so that I'm able to prepare myself, to prepare my children, and to get to work on time, or to go and open my business on time. Maybe I need to look at, how do I spend my lunch hour? How do I manage my work time during the business time so that I'm able to close my work in good time, so that I have spare time. If I need maybe to do an extra job, can I be able to manage my time properly so that I have at least maybe 1 hour or 1.5 hours? I can take an online job. Maybe I can take a small business. Maybe I can go and sell a few items. How do I manage this time so that I'm able to spare that time? What time do I need to be there for my family? So what time will I be getting to the house? If I was getting to the house at 11 and I have children who have only me to support them, then I need to manage my time so that I have done my work. So what time do I close my business? What time do I do the extra assignment that I need to do? And what time do I get to my house? Maybe I was getting to my house at 11, but I need to adjust so that I get to the house at least at 8. So before they sleep, I'm able to check their homework. I'm able to be with my family. Apart from my time, I have resources. You remember the other time we said we are working with a budget. So to now we are two. Before we were two, now I'm alone. So if what I was doing and what my partner was bringing is not coming, but it is still okay. The thing I need to do differently is, maybe we are going out every Sunday after church. Every Sunday maybe we do our things and we go out. We need maybe probably to change from going out every Sunday to maybe going twice in a month, or maybe going once in a month. It is still okay, because it is okay to take one step backward so that I can be able to re-energize myself, to strengthen myself, and be able to take 2 more steps ahead. So maybe I might need to change that. So what else do I do? How do I do my shopping? Do I still continue going to those very expensive malls, or do I need to adjust a bit? Which is the school that my children are in? Where am I staying? If I was renting and I'm in a house that is the rent for per month is 30,000 and my income is 50,000, I might need now to look for a house that maybe is costing 15,000 so that I have a budget to take care of the family. So I need to do something differently as far as my finances are concerned. So I put all those things down so that I see what can I be able to adjust so that I'm able to work within the available resources as I work towards getting more income. So how do I get more income? Can I take an extra job? Can I start a small business so that if I have 30, if I don't get 50, I can at least get another 5,000. I can start with getting another 10,000. It is still something. I'm starting somewhere so that I adjust on this side. I add an extra coin on the other side. By the end of it all, very soon before I realize, I will be able to cover that budget. What else am I supposed to do differently? It's about self-care. Sometimes when we go through pain, we neglect ourselves. I don't comb my hair anymore. I don't care what I wear. I don't care how my house looks. Now it is time to change. It is time to intentionally take care of me, because if I'm not okay, I will not be able to take care of my family. I will not be able to take care of my children. I will not perform. Nobody wants a neglected person in their space. So I need to take care of myself, because when I'm okay, I will be able to deliver more. I will be able to perform more. So I need to take the right meals. If I was not eating, if I had neglected my hair, I have to make sure that I know I will be going to shave my hair. I'll be going to do my hair if I'm a lady. I'll be ironing my clothes. It's small, but it is very, very important. How is my house? How is my garden? How is my compound? I need to take care of me. I need to make sure that Mercy is okay. Because when Mercy is okay, Mercy is going to be able to manage her time. Mercy is be able to focus. Mercy will be able to see clearly the direction and to perform and to deliver. Maybe I need to look at my language. You know, when I'm in that space of self-pity, self-doubt, I keep on speaking negative things about me, negative things about my family, negative things about the situation that I'm going through. But now, I need now to check my language, and I intentionally make sure that I have a complete shift. What I was saying I'm not able to do, I'll now start saying intentionally that I can be able to do this. I am bigger than this challenge. I am going to overcome. I must keep on reminding myself every day. This is just a temporary, a short-term challenge that I am going to work through. I just need a bit of adjustment, but I am bigger than this challenge. I am going to make it. I have to keep on speaking to my children and to my family and to my wife and to my husband if I'm unwell, and reminding them the fact that I am not feeling well. Do you know what? I don't have the legs, but I thought I can be writing books, I can be singing, I will be giving counseling, I'll be doing something else. You're giving them, you're speaking hope now. You're changing your tone, so that because through our words, we create. So if I keep on speaking the same way that I was speaking yesterday, if I don't change, I will keep on creating negative things around me. But when I change my language, I also change my environment, and I start releasing positive energy, and I start attracting positive people into my life. Then I need to check also how I choose my friends. I be intentional, because what value is this person adding into my life? If it's in my business, who are my partners? Who am I dealing with every day? Because you are told, if you want to know me, look at the people that my friends, that the people I am with them most of the time, they somehow control who I become. So I need to make sure I'm surrounding myself with people who are focused, who are developmental minded. Because if I am around people who are focused, if I'm around people who are focusing, people who are re-energized, people who are working out their lives, they have very clear goals and vision, they will push me into doing that. So I now don't just hang around anybody. I have to be sure who are my friends. What time do I spend with these people, and what value? Because if they're not adding value, I don't need them. I don't have to hate them, but I don't have to be around them all the time, because I don't have enough time. I don't have all the time to waste, with the idling people who are not adding any value. So I be intentional in choosing who are my friends. After I know what I need to do differently, I also need to look at what do I need to continue doing. We said it is not all over. I may be having a baby and I was a young girl, but does it mean every other thing in me is bad? No. There are many good things that I was doing. So for example, I have a baby, but before then I was singing. I am a person who was founded in Christian faith. It does not mean I have stopped being a Christian. It does not mean my values have changed. So I need to uphold my values. I may have missed a step, but I don't have to drag backwards. I uphold my values. I take the step from there, and I continue living my life, aligning myself to my values, so that I position myself in alignment to the things that I value, so that apart what I am doing is giving me peace. I am able to actualize myself because I am doing what I like doing. I am doing what I'm supposed to be doing, and my values are aligned to the things that I am doing. I had a career. I was in school. I may have stepped out a bit because maybe I lost my husband. I have stepped out a bit because of the resources. But do I drop my career? I need to go back to school. Even if it's not immediately, I need now to put it as part of my plan that when am I going to go back to school? I am working. I need to go back to work because this job, I need it. This business, I need it to sustain my family. So I am going to continue with my career. No matter how hard things are, I must continue pursuing my career. I must continue pursuing those things. So I need to be intentional and make sure that I don't drop my career. I do it now if I'm able, and even if I'm not doing it now, I must plan to make sure that I don't get stuck there. I have a clear plan that maybe I am taking a break for 1 month, but in the next 2 months, I am going back to school. I am going back to my job, because if you are employed, you cannot be on compassionate leave forever. They need you back into the office. You don't want to be replaced. So re-energize yourself, allow yourself to be able to go back so that you continue taking care of yourself and your family. When you're broke, you'll be more depressed. When you are working on nothing, when you drop your career, you will see your other fellow students completing and graduating. You will be more depressed. But even if you got a baby and you go back to school, even if they graduate 1 month or 1 year before you, the fact that you're still continuing, you just know, I may be behind 1 year, but I am going to graduate. That is better. So continue working on your career. What talents do you have? What hobbies? What do you like doing? It is okay, even when things are hard, to go out jogging if I like it. It is okay to go and watch a movie once in a while. It is okay to go and listen to some music. So don't drop your hobbies. Make sure at least once in a week you're doing something that you like. Maybe in a day, what do I like? When I finish my day's work, no matter how busy the day was, let me do something, even if it's just watching a movie, so that at least I'm also taking care of myself. What talents do I have? What can I be able to do with these talents? So if I was singing, let me continue singing. If I was writing books, let me continue writing my books. If I was running and I am able to do it, let me continue doing it. So let me continue working on my talents. Let me do one thing or two that I like once in a while. Those are things I need to continue doing. Self-care. I need to continue taking care of myself. I need to take care of me. I need to make sure that my house is okay. Mercy is okay. Mercy is dressed up well. So continue taking care of me is a good thing. I have a family. I need to continue taking care of my family. I do what I was doing, and I also add a bit so that I cover up for that partner that is not there. So I take care of my family. So I look at all those things that I need to continue doing. So what you're saying, I quit what I need to quit. I check what I need to do differently, and I make sure that I'm adjusting accordingly. And then I hold and uphold what I need to continue doing. As I am doing this, I also need to consider a few things. And one of the key things that I need to put into consideration when I'm repositioning myself is, number one, I need to be very authentic. I need to be real. If I'm repositioning myself, I have a budget of 50,000. That is who I am. That is where I am starting. Accept that. Don't reposition yourself and start again now struggling to be going to those expensive malls when you know very well it is beyond your budget. I am here. I am a single person. It is true. This is what I am able to do. This is what I am not able to do. I am here. I got this condition. I may have a few bills for my medical care. There are things I used to do that I'm not able to do. So I have done the readjustment. Let me be real. Don't fake anything. Don't try to prove a point. Don't try to match yourself with anybody. It is your life. And remember, there's a time we discussed and we said, I am unique. Every one of us is very, very unique. So our processes, our healing journey, our purposes are very unique. Even when we look like we are doing the same thing, they will still be very, very unique, because every one of us was created for a unique purpose. So be real, be authentic, because it is about me. I cannot lie to myself. And at the end of the whole story, do I want to continue to existing all the days of my life? Because if I'm fake, if I'm not authentic, if I don't work, be real with myself, I will still continue existing. Because until I accept and uphold the real me, the way I am, I'll be able to work on myself. But as long as there's something else that is not real, I will still continue stagnating at the same position. The other thing I need to take care of is to make sure that I am very patient with myself. This is a process. You are not a switch. That switch on the lights, switch off. So now switch off from pain and switch off now. So you don't expect that today you are crying and all of a sudden now, because I've decided I'm repositioning myself, I'm expecting that tomorrow I might not maybe be triggered and feel bad. No. It is a process. I have seen all the things I need to quit. I have seen all the things I need to do differently. I'm not going to be able to do all of them in one day. And that's why we are saying you put them down so that you work on them, because it is a process. So it is okay, even if I tried, I went, I did something, and then I realized, wow, today I've really overspent. Don't kill yourself. Just look at what am I able to do. At least I've been able to do this. I just correct that one for tomorrow. I continue with the process. But the important thing is I'm patient with myself. Be very consistent in the process. I am working on myself. It is a complete mind shift. It is a complete shift of life. I'm repositioning myself. I know what I'm doing. So I am working on myself patiently but consistently without giving up. Once I'm able to do that, I have taken all these notes. I now adapt and now evolve to the new person. How do I do that? I now set very clear goals. There's what I needed to quit. So what am I going to do? So for example, if I was struggling with self-pity, self-doubt, victim mentality, I might need to take a counseling session. So when am I going to do that? I set a specific date for myself that by this time I will have started my counseling sessions. Maybe I need to be in a support group. So I need to work on it. By when? When do I start? So that I am checking against very clear goals that are time bound. So that I don't say, I read all these things, I say I'm going to do something, and I end up doing nothing. Because when I don't plan, when I don't set time, I will not do anything. I have set some goals on the things that I need to do differently. So I need to have a budget, and I set the things that I need to do, the adjustment that I propose that I'm going to do, and the things that I need to change. So if I'm changing house, by when am I going to do this? If I need to go back to school, when am I going to do this? What are the steps? I am going to do an application to get back to school by this date. I intend to go back to school by this time. What budget do I need? So that I am very clear and I know if I'm going back to school in 1 month, if I'm going back to school in 3 months, this is what I need to do. This is what I need to save from my budget so that I'm able to continue with my education. If I need to change my house, do I need a deposit? We might have not refund my deposit. What do I need to do? Or probably, can I maybe be able to, I have a plot, can I use maybe the little money that I have and construct a small house so that even as I'm working on the other things, I use this fund. So I be very, very intentional on what I am doing. Once I set those clear goals, everything, even self-care, what is it that I am going to do? What do I want for my children? Don't miss anything. Write them all down and ensure that you have set clearly what you want to achieve and by when. Then from there, you hold yourself accountable. And if you're not very good at holding yourself accountable, because you need to keep on checking yourself, Because sometimes we can lazy around. I said, I'll be working so that I spare 1 hour to start a business. I'll be doing this for self-care. So how do I make sure that I'm holding myself accountable, that I'm working on the goals that I set? If I'm not able to do that alone, I can get an accountability partner, so that I have somebody who is working with me to challenge me to make sure that I'm able to work on these goals. Then as I do that, I also engage what we call continuous evaluation and improvement. So at the end of maybe 3 months, I look at what did I set to do, what have I been able to achieve, what am I behind. So if I find in this area I have not been able to achieve, could it be maybe the goal that I set was too far-fetched, I need to readjust it a bit, or maybe I lazied a bit, so I need to make sure that I readjust myself to make sure now I start again. Or maybe I have started a business, I had now 50,000, now I am making an extra 10 per month, so maybe probably I might be able to go back to class, I might be able to maybe pay some more school fees for my children. So every 3 months, I assess myself. Well, how I've been working on my talents. Is it now time maybe to shoot my first song? If I was sick and I've been taking care of my health, am I good enough now? Have I done my physio? My leg may not be okay, but now the way I am, I'm healthy enough. I can now start to go and have those sessions. I can be doing live sessions somewhere to encourage other people. So what am I able to do? What have I achieved? What opportunities are there? What do I need to correct that I did not do right? So if I do that every time, continuously and intentionally, before I know, I'll be a completely different and very fulfilled person. And we remember, I am in control of whom I am going to become. No situation, no person, no pain can define me. I define myself. And also we have a God who is holding us and who is walking with us. So in conclusion, what we say is this: let's keep fighting on. Just keep fighting on. Keep doing it. Keep doing it every day. Remembering that as long as I am trying, I am who I am today, I am in this situation, but my tomorrow is going to be greater than my today. Thank you very much, and remember to keep that path of hope. God bless you.
When life happens as it does, then there is a lifting up. HopePulse with Masin Njoroge.